All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Happy, what is today? Wednesday, everybody. David E. Taylor, you are a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit every day. And I took everybody's advice, or Chris Cobb, I watched Crystal Clear. I watched that today. And then I watched the chick with the big ass hair, Gwen Shamblin. I watched those documentaries today. And what I'm what I want tonight to be about, guys, is mental health, man. Because the first thing that the Gwen Shamblin show started off with was with these parents talking about their kids getting tied up in these fucking religious organizations, man, and just being fucking destroyed within years, couple years, you know. And the first set of parents that came on and talked, they're like, you know, you know, it's they don't teach you can't teach your kids everything. You know what the parents said is like basically you don't educate your kids about cults because you just don't think about that, and you don't think about that there are destructive organizations out there that prey on the weak, the helpless, the hopeless, mentally ill, homeless, and Scientology does the same thing too. That documentary I watched today fucking blew my mind, man. Scientology's a fucking cult in itself, man. Like these guys are saluting a picture of this fucking guy, Ron L. Hubbard, who, from what it said, was never in the fucking military. And they're saluting this guy. What's his name? I even know the fucking clown's name, man. But he looked like a fucking pedo. But the question like it was being asked today was, do these organizations create mental illnesses, PTSD, eating disorders? You know, I mean, look at David. Look at David. David is. It's almost like David has created his own mental health issue just by just by him thinking that he's a prophet and he's an apostle and that he talks to God, and he doesn't do any of those things. Doesn't do any of them. And then and think of the people. Think of the people that are being brainwashed by David. Think of the people that are sitting under David. What's going to happen to them once they finally realize that David isn't who he says he is? Door's bothering me. Okay, so we know David's not a prophet or an apostle or anything. We know he's a liar. We know he's a compulsive scam artist. We know for sure that he's running some kind of money laundering scheme with the church and using the church, right? I'd sent a text message out to Israel number one earlier. And man, those documentaries I watched today, man, it opened my eyes even more. They picked her up, Nate, or John. She got picked up, man. Allie Wright, what's up? But yeah. Yeah, she is troubled and confused. Big time, man. Big time. And that's what I want to kind of talk about tonight, man. The mental health that's surrounded by these fucking by these organizations, man. They're just like causing people to have eating disorders. Like the one I watched today was the way down, and it was talking that bitch with the big ass hair, her fucking jet crashed, and like her and four other people died, crashed in that lake and shit. You know, and it's like, well, that's your karma, I think. You know, for all the fucked up shit you've done. You know, it's a shitty way. It's a shitty thing to say, but it's like, you know, if you're gonna go around scamming people and fucking people's heads up like that, you know, under the guise of you're a prophet and a prophetess and your God is telling you about this new weight loss plan and all this other bullshit. Yep, Taylor's a predator on mentally ill. That's a fact. Yes, Israel number one, 100%. That is a solid fact of life. Allie, right, I'm with you there 100%. Yep. I think the pandemic helped expose some of these cults big time. Okay, and the one I watched today was about the way down, that weight loss fucking cult. It was the parents, man. Like these parents coming on and they're just destroyed by their kids, man. Fucking 18, 19-year-old kids, you know, with careers, futures ahead of them. And then these fucking pieces of shit come and swoop them up, you know, and just manipulate and mold them into just these empty, hollow shells, man. It's a fucked up shit, and then they just dispose of them. I was watching with Gen Chamlin, like hers is the same as David. Like you couldn't question her, you know. If you questioned her, it was like, oh, you can't question her. She's the Almighty. She knows all the questions and all the answers and this and that. But yeah, like you look at the bitch's makeup, and it's like that chick looked like fucking Skeletor, man, from He-Man. And I don't even want to give her that role because like watching her scam, you know, and they're doing another season on it, and I can't fucking wait because I think it's it's gonna expose more of these. The pandemic did. You're right. Exposed a lot of these religious organizations for what they are. Benny Hinn, Joel Osteen, Kenneth Copeland, David, all of them. There's that Richard White guy, Maddie Nottage. That chick is a fucking walrus too. Her and David, fucking A, man. Like that woman. And she's not even in America. She's down in Jamaica or some bullshit. And if her and David got together, man, they could probably be doing some damage, man. But what do you guys think? Go out to you guys. What do you think? Do you think these organizations that they're causing, you know, mental health issues? What do you guys think? And not only that, like the fact that these fucking ministers, man, they're out there preying on people with mental illness. It's some fucked up shit, man. That's some fucked up shit, and they're getting away with it. Is what's worse. It should this kind of activity should be equal to like say abusing the elderly or stealing money from the elderly. Yeah, domestic violence, abuse. Okay, Jean. Thorbjorn Rolfson. Bryn Rolfson. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher that name one day. I'm gonna get it right. Um, yeah, domestic violence, abuse. Definitely though, the mental illness, man. Like it is. It's a big issue. It's something that's on the table right now, big time, because this pandemic it did, man. It brought. Oh man, don't even get me started. Bryn Yolfson. Bryn Yolfson. Okay. Let me screenshot that. Bryn Yolfson. The J is like a Y. Okay. Gotcha. Um, so Thor, what I was talking about tonight, man, was mental illness. That the fact that these cults and these churches. Go ahead and hit that like button when you guys get in here, Megan. The fact that these churches are taking advantage of these mentally ill people and why there's no kind of put legislation against it. Actual deaths. Okay. Yeah, I could see that happening by telling people to stop taking their fucking medication like David did. That fucking piece of shit. David was telling people to send him their fucking chemo money. Fucking degenerate. That's some shit I don't fucking dig at all, David. That's some bull fucking shit to me, dude. Unknown caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. This is David. I'm calling you from Medicare benefits. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. My name's Frank Richardson. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine, sir.
That's good. I like to hear that people are having a good day. That's really important that you have a good day. How can I help you today, sir? They must be getting tired. Mental health, big can of worms. Okay. So every help. Right. Right. Okay. Um. How? Okay. But the fact that, man, complex. Yeah. Government's not involved. It should be considered like abuse of the elderly, as far as I'm concerned. You start manipulating people out of money that are mentally ill, like that's like some fucked up shit. That's next level gutter trash, like David. You know, like what David does to manipulate mentally ill people out of money. That's some low down dirty shit, David. Like you don't do that, man. Country in the Middle East, which is number. You're funny, dude. Which David does it straight. Which what David does is straight up criminal. Yeah, Jean, and that's what we're kind of here watching, and people are watching. Yes, legally, absolutely, but it goes deeper than that. Like, okay, the whole thing I'm still kind of focusing on is like what fucking church accepts cryptocurrency, and I know Bobby Rodriguez had a big issue with that. What's about the cryptocurrency? That's shady shit, bro. For a church to be taking in cryptocurrency, and Thor will tell you the same shit, Bobby. That is shady as fuck, dude. The people have already came on here, said, dude, that's shady. Why would any church want to be taking in cryptocurrency? Yeah, it's voluntary. Yeah, and that's the thing. But what about the coercion? What about the coercion? That's my question. What about like David saying, "Oh, if you don't do this, like you're not going to be healed." Like, what about that kind of saying your mental illness isn't going to be healed? What about that kind of manipulation? Hit that like button, y'all, when you get in here. Could be David popping in and out with his dumb ass. I hope he is here. Okay, it's abusive coercion. Okay. Yeah, no legal grounds. Fuck, man. It's no legal grounds. There's always some little technicality, you know, with the government. Oh, well, coercion, we can't stand on those grounds. Well, I guess the best way to keep going at David is to just file the fraud reports against him, since we know he's not reporting his taxes. David, you have to report your 990s too, by law. You know that, right? That's one of the reasons I'm filing reports against you. Oh, look, David already came in and gave his thumbs down, that sack of shit. I hope it is David. I wonder if it could be one of like the other Adam Lambert trolls. Could be. Reverse psychology, okay. To rob people, yeah, all right. And so I took a note today. This guy, oh man, the one I watched today, I did the one on Scientology, and then the one on that chick with the big ass fucked up hairdo, man. Let's see. Yeah, the universe will unfold as it should. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let me see here. Okay, the followers exist. Okay, this was quoted from this guy's a cult expert, and it was on one of the shows I watched today. His name is Paul Morantz. Last name spelled Morantz. The followers exist in these cults, okay, to serve the needs of the leader. Think about that. The followers exist to serve the needs of the leader. That's why all the people are in David's organization is to serve the needs of David, Michelle, Joseph. All you guys are there to serve the needs of David. He don't give a shit about you. If we could open just one of your eyes, one of you guys to your eyes to this. Yeah, right. Yeah, good job with the fake Jehovah's Witness yesterday. I'm surprised he hasn't asked me to if he wants to call in again. He's like, "Why didn't you post my video?" Well, I'm not gonna post it because it was a fucking mindless bullshit rant, Bobby Rodriguez. Telling you, man. Come here, like not crossfaded next time, okay? To where you're coherent, and we could probably understand you, and you're not going on these mindless coherent rants, okay? That'll probably get you a lot farther next time. I might post your video, but not happening. We pretty much had you dead to rights, Bobby. And Thor, good job with the questions. You, yeah, you backed him in a corner. He couldn't even answer the questions. Like they were very basic questions, and he couldn't even answer them. So that again, that tells you that guy's not religious. He doesn't practice. He doesn't go to Kingdom Hall. Yeah, I don't like when people come on here disrespecting you guys. That guy came on here to talk. You know, I have questions, and that's how it should be. If you guys, I don't want to be a dick, but if you guys are going to come on here, I have questions for you guys. I want to interview people that come on here because that's what's relevant. Is because you guys know why I'm here. You know, I would like to know why you're here sometimes, and that's why I started asking questions, and they're very simple questions. How long have you been following the channel for David? Do you think David's mentally ill or on drugs or both? Who's the brains of the operation? Are you religious? What would you like to see the outcome of the case be, whether it be with the tax fraud reports we're filing or the Harold Lewis case? Do you think the money's drying up? Do you think the organization is laundering money? Do you think any members will turn on David? If so, who will it be to turn on? Do you think David took people's stimulus money, and where's the money going? Pretty simple questions, man. I don't think that's too intrusive on people's lives. It's very David E. Taylor related. I think the only one that could be pushing the bounds is, are you religious? And you are by no means obligated to answer that in any way. You guys know I'm not related, or religious, so I have nothing to hide with that. So if you guys want to come here, I would like to interview you and put your voice out there, because that's what this is about. Because a lot of people, have already come here and said what they need to say. Bobby's was just a rant, basically. The funny part was, Bobby, the other day when you keep coming out here every day with the shirt on. Well, unfortunately, YouTube won't let me do this shit in my fucking bare ass fucking naked, okay? Unfortunately. So, sorry, man. I have to wear a shirt, dude. David's in charge? Okay. Do you think he's the brains of the operation, though? Is he the brains of the operation, or is Michelle? That's what I'm curious about. And I was talking to Israel number one off channel. And what if Michelle, or maybe we were talking on channel, what if Michelle, like their whole job is to keep David under fucking control? No, defrauding charlatans. I'm not gonna take his call even if he does. Y'all hit that like button when you get in here too, man. Keep me in the algorithm. And thanks for being here, defrauding charlatans. Appreciate you being here, man. I really do. And since you're new here, what do you think of this? What do you think of all this defrauding charlatans? What brought you onto the case? You know, what do you think of everything? Who's the brains? Michelle's the brains. Okay, okay. Michelle's the brains. Prison time? Yeah, I'm sure if they start throwing prison time at her, Michelle's gonna fucking fold like a piece of paper, man. She's gonna be like, bloop, yep, here you go, here's all the information. I don't want to go to prison. That's exactly what I think. Either that or it's Ashley. Thanks for being here, charlatans, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys stopping and taking time out of your day to come here and, I don't know, de-stress, talk about whatever it is, you know. But yeah, these are some of the questions that boggle my mind every day. Every day that I sit here and think about what the fuck is driving David E. Taylor. Okay. He definitely preyed on mentally ill. That was kind of the subject tonight. I wanted to be is mental illness. I suffer from mental illness, PTSD specifically from the military. Some shit you don't unsee, and that's fucked up in itself. So that's why I see a mental health therapist. And I see a mental health therapist because I have a hard time. I get real fucking edgy on people real quick because I feel like I went and fought for this, and David comes out and talks shit about the pastors and priests and has the balls to fucking file a cease and desist report when I went and fought for his fucking freedoms that he's so fucking bashing on the internet, and then he comes out and does this shit. Fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. Doesn't fly, man. That's a double fucking standard. I did fight to protect these freedoms, and these freedoms are being abused at this point, for as far as I see. I was Army Prophetic Hippo. I was 82nd out of Fort Bragg, and then I was First Armored Division out of Baumholder, Germany. I did my first tour by the time I was 19, man. I did my first tour at 19. I think I just barely turned 20, like 19, 20, man. I wasn't even old enough to fucking buy beer yet. That's how old I was, man. I was a kid. So, Grissom, where's that at? Grissom, where's Grissom? I don't know where Grissom is. Nah, man, it is, and that's why I had to go because this is why I go. Back to because at times when I see people real fucking ignorant, arrogant like David, and he doesn't realize the sacrifices that people have actually made to fucking get to where we're at, this fucking piece of shit, and he has the fucking nerve to do what he's doing, to come out and fucking dog people out and mentally abuse people, physically fucking just be an overall sack of shit. Not cool, man. It's my oath didn't end at the door, David. It didn't, man. It doesn't stop. And the fact that there is people active duty that are following this channel, David, and that are watching from the back burner, you know what? The world's rooting us on, dude. The world's rooting us on. I don't know if Bobby's on the chat or not. He could be. He could be sitting on the back burner, fucking being a little troll like he is. Yeah, it was 82nd. Well, Band of Brothers, yeah, 101st and 82nd. That they were the new military regiment of World War II. Yes, they were. There was Easy Company. That's the one everybody saw. Band of Brothers with Richard Winters. I fucking memorized that movie. I actually have it. Watched that movie religiously in Airborne. Actually, Carwood, okay, Lipton. He actually lives in North Carolina in Fayetteville. I don't know if he's still alive anymore, but at the time I was there, he lived there. So Carwood Lipton, okay, Lip, as you guys know him from the movie, he actually lives in Fayetteville. That's where he retired at. I never ran into him, so, but from what I understand, he was a super nice guy, man, super personable, very approachable. Yeah. No, thanks for this. Thanks for the support, guys. Okay, Lackland, close. I know where Lackland's at. Yeah, I went to basic in South Carolina. Then yeah, South Carolina. South Carolina. Okay, so I started in South Carolina. I went to basic and AIT in South Carolina. Then went from South Carolina to Georgia, and then from Georgia I went up to North Carolina and went to 82nd. They're like, nope, airborne. I think Winters died, man. I think Winters died. I think it was kind of recent in the last few years too. Yeah, I think he died. Back to the mental health thing. Don't want to get off track. So, again, I get really I get really irritated when I see people act really fucking ignorant. And where I'm from is a military town, and it's not so bad. But other people, I think, we take our lives so fucking for granted, man. My eye opener, like, there's lessons I learned over there that I can't teach anybody because they were my lessons. But they were eye openers for me, and that's what taught me these lessons. That we take our lives so fucking for granted, man. And then people like David, they take the system for granted, like he is right now, and just shit on it. He's shitting on me, basically, fucking fighting for his freedom of speech, you know. And I'm not too fucking fly with that. Like, that ain't cool, David. Not only that, but you're abusing religious speech, dude. And I'm not even fucking religious, David. But the fact of the matter is, dude, is that you're doing it, and you're manipulating people in the process, and fucking destroying people mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Like, you're leaving people as just these empty fucking shells, dude. I've talked to people, David. I've talked to people in this, and there's people that you're still affecting, David. Very much. Very much. So yeah, that's why I see mental health therapists, is because we take our shit for granted. And what I go to mental health therapy for is mindful awareness, because I have super bad anxiety. I fucking hardly sleep. Like, I sleep, but it's anything wakes me up. I'm a very light sleeper. But what that teaches me is how to recognize certain moments, because we live our life so fucking fast paced. Everybody's go, 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 go. Fucking can't stop. Everybody's go. Time's valuable, you know? And it really is. That's the one thing you can't take. That's the one thing you can't give back to somebody, is time, man. And David is taking a lot of he's taking, unfortunately, he's taking from everyone. He's taking their fucking time, is what it is, man. Yeah. He's taking their time, and that's one thing these people will never get back from David, man. That's fucked up. Yep. Yep. Time and, like, we are on borrowed time, everybody. That's what my grandma always told me. My grandma was devout Catholic. She was like, "You're on borrowed time, man." God, like, and my grandma was devout, man. So I knew the right and wrong of religion. I'm not a believer. You guys know that. I'm not Christian or Catholic. I don't pray or anything like that. But my grandma always told me, like, God gave you borrowed time, man. Like, God gave you time. You don't own the time. God owns that shit. You don't. He gives it to you. He takes it back when your time's done. Yep, he does. Purpose. Fuck yeah, dude. Like, to take purpose from somebody. Fuck, Chris Com, I watched that documentary today, man, on Scientology. Yeah, to take somebody's will, good or bad. Yeah, yeah, defrauding charlatans. Yeah, man. I go to a good VA now, man. I go to a VA now where when I walk in, they're like, "Oh, hey," they they're like, do you know where you're going to your appointment? You know, it's fucking awesome, man. Uh, what I'm talking about today, Chris Com, is the mental health of these organizations and what they're fucking causing for the system. That's a Jim Jones trick, Allie, right? Jim Jones does that. Jim Jones did that. You could go back and listen to Jim Jones' death tape. Yeah, my shirt's on. Fuck yeah. Try Macy's, bitches. And then look, I branded the channel too, so I got it. I got the channel on the back of the shirt now, guys. So it says at full frontal exposure. Yep. Okay, Jean. Yeah, dude, and uh, Scientology, man. Dude. That shit's like A-list. Like Tom Cruise being there and John Travolta, bunch of fucking weirdos, man. $40,000. Jean? Did you try to intervene? Be like, dude, don't give him any fucking money, man. 40 grand, man. Yeah, see, and that's where the crimes. That's where I feel the crime should be fucking involved. Is like people committing suicide, abandoning health and medicine because this fucking fat fuck tells them to send in their shit. Like that's fucked up, man. That's messed up. Like who does that? David? Yeah. Kenneth Copeland? Yep. David hates that I got these shirts, man. He even put that in the cease and desist right there. Because I got shirts that say threatening messages saying Axe Michelle. Fucking piece of shit, David. Man. I wouldn't either, man. That guy, that's what I was trying to think of. David Miscavige. And it was like their whole thing with the tax exemption, man. Some fucking bullshit. I'm kind of crunk today because I watched those fucking documentaries, man. I watched the documentaries and the Gwen Shamblin, that bitch had it coming as far as I'm concerned. That woman had it fucking coming to her. David is going to have it coming to him too, whether it be legally or some other fucking bullshit way. Yep. Yep. They didn't listen to him. Yeah. Bitter bad. And that's the thing I want to talk about still is like, what if, could David pull the mental illness card on this? I don't think he could because he's been running the scam too long. He knows what he's doing is wrong. Yeah, tax exempt makes me sick. It does. That's why I'm like crunk today about the whole fucking like mental health issue because that's the one thing I think I was kind of focused on is the damage. Because the Gwen Shamblin documentary, it started off by these parents talking about their kids getting caught up in this fucking cult. And it was the parents saying, you know, you don't educate your kids about cults because you just don't think about that. You don't think they're there. And lo and behold, I don't know what happened to the girl. It didn't. That story never finished. But it was mostly the parents saying just how basically the families split because of these organizations, man. It's fucked up shit, man. I know you guys are coming up with good ideas for shirts, man. Your opinion's a lie. Your opinion is a lie. That'd be a good one, right? That would be a good one. People be like, how the fuck could my opinion be a lie? Raining again. Which one? No, he's not doing any more current shows. No. You're forging with your mouth. I know, man. You guys are coming up with good slogans for shirts, dude. I love it. But see, the thing is that it's proprietary. It's got to be spelled wrong. So somebody's got to be willing to sport the shirt that's where it's spelled wrong because you're gonna. I'm not gonna say you're gonna look dumb wearing it, but it's gonna look. Everybody's like, dude, that shit's spelled wrong. You're like, well, if you knew, then you'd understand. But Thor, no, he's not doing current shows. I'll look him up right now, see what he's doing. But I'm pretty sure he's not doing anything current. Let's see here. He's buying subscribers still, no doubt. Oh, he's doing a live show.
They're looking at the wrong
But of course, it's an old ass fucking live stream. Look. Just old.
Lift your hands and say, Lord, give me revelation
Flag.
in Jesus' name.
Report is
I'm gonna
misleading.
be so sorry for all the leaders. Once
Spammer misleading. So back to mental illness. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's proprietary is going to be the next one, man. Yeah, he's missing 3 necks in that video. But no, Thor, he's not doing any reruns, man. I was checking today. Dookie Howser, give the Lord a shout of praise. Dookie Howser, man. New to the channel, man. What's up? How long you been following the channel, man? How long you been following David for? Yeah, even his live is a lie. It's like David talking about opinions being lie. Your fucking live show is a lie. I guess I just never seen you in the chat, brother. I like your screen name by the name. By the way, Dookie Howser. Carry the weight? Yeah, that fucking piece of shit. All right, Dookie Howser, do you think David's mentally ill or on drugs or both? Since we're talking about mental illness tonight, I'm going to keep on that topic because I think that's important when we're talking about these destructive organizations and how they actually prey on these people that are already fucked up in the head, man. And I free speak because some people are fucked up in the head, man, and they need help. There's nothing wrong with it, man. It's really not. Maybe it's something the government's not prepared for. You know, I know there's programs out there. But what do you think, Dookie Howser? You think David's on drugs or mentally ill or both? I want 93. 93. It says 93. All right, cool, Dookie Howser. You think so too, Jean? He's on drugs? Okay. Dude, but think if he's mentally ill and taking, like, abusing substances. Yeah. That's, like, just a fucking recipe for disaster. Talk about a fucking time bomb waiting to go off. Really. What about you, Irie Dread? You think he's laundering money? What do you guys think? Laundering money? Where's the money going? The source told me that he wanted his stage actually built bigger. Okay, Ali, right? This last year? Okay. One of his recent reruns of blinking was scary, especially slowed down. Yeah. The incessant blinking. I don't know if you guys watched the Stephanie Lazarus deposition or the interrogation. If you guys did, you know what I'm talking about. She did the same shit that David does, like the incessant blinking. Yes, they do. Bitter bad, they do. They do. Yes. You think he could be running, like, in debt with the mob? Really? But no, they do. They're going to have a process, a screening process. You know, Irie Dread, I'm thinking some speedballs or some shit like that, man. I don't know. I don't know. He owns several houses. They do. Bitter bad. I have the form right here. I don't have the original. I wish I did, but there is one. The source sent it to me earlier on this year, and it asks about people's 401ks, financial status, married, divorced. They do, bitter bad. They have it. You're absolutely right. They have that kind of information. It's a form. There's all kinds of forms this place has. It's like basically spreadsheets on how to evangelize on Facebook. Someone in high places to protect them. Yeah, there's something going on, man. But see, like, like some of the stuff I've been told, I've been bound to secrecy, and it sucks because it's like there's little pieces that fit into the puzzle here that will open a lot. That will open the eyes, you know. Like one of my sources, and I told you guys, I say the source because I don't give out these sources names for reasons they ask me not to. Okay. But the source I came into recently is no. I made it. Okay. A source came to me recently, got in contact with me off channel. They were in the chat initially, but they contacted me off channel because they didn't want to put what they told me in the chat. All right. I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and give as much information without telling what happened, because it's like borderline. Like what happened. Like for me to retell the story, it would almost be like I'm not one to like the story I was told. Like the source that told it to me is like, dude, I don't want to tell you this because it's like borderline conspiracy theory shit, you know. And I'm like, I get it, but this source, okay, told me that he was a driver, okay, just a driver, mind you, okay, just a driver. I won't say where, but made deliveries to that church. Never met David, but took somebody there to make or do pickups. I interviewed this person for a better part of an hour, hour and a half. I had a lot of questions. They answered quite a bit of them. I don't believe this person to be lying to me in any way. But what this person did tell me was that I asked the question, did you ever see your contact go into the building with anything in their hand or anything like that? No. Anything ever come out of the building? Yes. A brown bag always stapled right across the top. The source told me, this source never asked questions because when you're doing, again, this source came clean to me. Like, hey, you know, at the time I was being a driver because I had a habit. And from what I understand, I've done my research in the Taylor area, and it's a little weird up there, man. There's drugs, you know. Every city's gonna have their drugs, but there's like a weird atmosphere to Taylor. And what this person told me is like the downriver area. I guess that's what they call it up in Missouri or Michigan. I don't know the references, but he said the downriver area is kind of kooky. All right. So this person told me again. He came clean to me, telling me he had an addiction problem at the time. Okay, and so he was basically driving to support his addiction, which I get, man. I get, man. When you're in a heavy addiction, you're gonna fucking do anything to get your drugs, man. Right? Whether it be fucking driving, fucking what the fuck ever, man. If you're that hard of an addict, I get it, man. But this person did say for a better part of 6 months that he was doing deliveries or pickups at this church. He said he never saw anything go in, but there's always something coming out. Okay, and at the time they would go there, they'd wait, and this person Never had any direct contact with David. Never went in the church or anything. He told me this straight from the get-go. He's like, look, I never had any contact with him. I never talked to the guy. Never had any affiliation with the church. This is what I did. This is the time frame. This is what I know. This is what he told me, and he stuck. Everything came out pretty fucking straight, man. You know what this guy told me is, I had no hard. I didn't have a hard time believing him, because of the fact that he's like, dude, I don't even fucking know the guy. He was like, I've been watching your channel, and he's like, I had a hard time even contacting you. You know, I'm not gonna relay the other stuff, who he was driving for, because that's a whole different can of shit that he was telling me about. I just want to tell you that story of what this guy did was that he was.
Unknown caller.
Hello? Hello? Can't fuck with Frank. So, always picked up. Never. Again, somebody's got pockets. It doesn't take much to drop an 8-ball in your pocket and deliver it, you know? Just saying. But there was never something going in, but there was always something coming out. Yeah, Frank's been on a fucking rampage today. I actually got a call today where I was able to merge the two scammers. One was an Amazon scammer, and the other one was a Medicare scammer. I put the other one on hold, and I merged the two calls, and I had them talking to each other. Fuckers. Waste my fucking time. Waste both of their times on each other. Fuckers. Captain Insano shows no mercy. Okay, so yeah, it's really hard to take down a pastor. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't even give out the channel member's name. It's just that was the piece of information, because I'm always curious. Like, hey, what if there's like something going in and out of that church? He's got something dropped off, picked up, and yeah, the source confirmed it. Simple. You know, I won't give this person's name by no means, because that's the anonymity part of it. You know, I guaranteed I wouldn't say his name, just that I would tell that part of the story. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Bitter bad. I was right fucking there. I'm on you with that one, man. Using their fucking medicine to manipulate them. Fucked up, right?
Unknown caller.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Chris Morgan with Senior Benefits. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. My name's Frank Richardson. What's your name?
Chris Morgan.
Chris Morgan. Yeah, that's nice to meet you. How can I help you today, Chris?
Well, sir, I'm calling to let you know about the final expense insurance plan,
Okay,
which cover all of your final expenses as well.
that's great, sir.
Not right now. Next couple of days, our licensed agent, he will give you a call back.
Well,
Will give you
sir,
more
excuse
information.
me,
That's
sir.
fine. Next couple of days.
Excuse me, sir. Will these final expense coverages? Does it come with a friends with benefits no obligation plan? Is that the kind of final expense this is?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you think so? You're not sure?
Yeah, sir. You know, sir, my job is only schedule a call back, so that's why I'm saying our licensed agent, he will give you a call back in the next couple of days and will give
Well,
you all the information.
I have a question too, sir. Will these benefits cover my slut wife, Lisa? She's a truck driver.
No.
Oh, they won't cover her? Why not?
No.
Why?
It will cover only you, sir.
Why won't it cover my
Not a
filthy
truck
truck
driver.
driving slut wife, Lisa?
Sir, it's for you, sir. It's not for the truck driver, you know?
Well, what about my wife? She's a truck driving slut. What if she needs those benefits too? What if something happens to her while she's truck driving?
Your wife is truck driver?
Yes, my wife's a truck driver. I'm the captain. She's the captain and I'm the co-pilot.
You have a nice combination, right?
Yeah, I do all the navigating and she drives. Beep beep. That's
alright.
my favorite
Appreciate
sound
it.
when the truck backs up. What's your name again, Mark?
Chris Morgan.
Oh, Chris Morgan. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My wife
No, I'm
Lisa.
saying,
My wife Lisa. She's been real busy on the road driving, and I've been doing a lot of navigating. When she's not out being a
yeah.
filthy concubine, sometimes they'll sit in the back of the rig and have dinner.
All right.
What about your wife? Is she a slut or is she a filthy concubine or no? What does she like to do in
No,
her spare
so,
time?
I'm single. I'm 25.
Oh, you're single. That's good. There's nothing wrong with being single. My slut wife, she doesn't like to be single either. She likes to be with somebody different every night.
Yeah, she is good.
Yeah, is your wife good?
Nah, I don't have a wife. I told you before. I don't have a wife, and I'm so single.
Why are you single?
Because I'm 25. Yeah.
Because you're 25?
Yeah.
Do you know Rosie Palm?
Sorry.
Do you know Rosie Palm?
Rosie Farm?
Rosie Palm, yeah.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, she might be your best friend. Yeah, and my slut wife Lisa, she's probably the most expensive truck driver in the town. So if you're gonna use her, you gotta make
great.
sure you have your wallets fat and full of money, okay?
Yeah, sure.
And she doesn't take cryptocurrency.
I don't know.
Do you take cryptocurrency? Oh, he hung up. Sorry, guys. That's what those guys get when they call me all fucking day, man. When those guys call, that's what they get. I just found out recently, too, my brother does the same shit. Next time, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to three-way my brother and get him in on the call. Yes. I'm going to call him. Next time I get a scam call, I'm going to three-way my brother in and get him on the call. Oh, man. Because I have a business and my information is on a public domain. So I get scam calls like it's nobody's fucking business. I had it where they just turned off. But now that it's like these fuckers call in and I can have fun with them like that, and you guys like to see it, I figure I just put it on the channel and go with it and expose the scammers, Yeah, and I like to keep them on the phone as long as possible. That guy was a good sport, man. I tried not to lose it when I was talking about I can't remember where I lost it at, but yeah, I lost it there for a second. Yeah. So that's why I get scam calls. Man, I get them from fucking all over the place, man. I get them all over the place. I get them from I got one from Amazon today. I got one from the fucking Marshall Social Security office saying, "Oh, dude, there's been a security breach in your Social Security number, my friend." I'm like, "Nah, fuck you guys, dude." Click. I keep those guys on the phone as long as possible, man. Fuck them. Waste my time. I need to start telling him I'm putting on the YouTube, but next time I'm gonna tell that guy that he's put on YouTube. They get pissed, man, when you find out you're putting them on the internet. I had one guy, man. He fucking calls me back when he's really bored. And he's like, "Oh, David, my friend." we almost have like a personal bond going now, but he hasn't called me back in a couple weeks. I wonder if he got fired or some shit. But it's a good possibility he did because he was calling me and wasting time, I think, and his boss probably got mad and said, "Hey man, you can't be doing that shit, you're fired. Go work at another fucking scam call center." Fuckers. Yeah, man. These scammers are out of control, man. These scammers are out of control, dude. And it is. It's all fucking day, man. It's ridiculous. I'm not even like it. I'm not even lying. Like, dude, look at all these scams. Dude, look. Look, another one. Hello? 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 Are you there, my friend? Fuckers. Fucking pussies. They won't call me back. So yeah, So all day, like, I get scam calls, dude. All day. Edinburgh, Illinois, Raceland, Louisiana, Boyne City, Michigan, Morganton, North Carolina. And I bet if I go back and call this number. No, I don't get the scam text, man. I get the scam calls, dude. But I bet if I called this number back, that somebody would pick up the phone on the other end. I could tell them, like, hey, your number's being used for a scam call. And I've done that and be like, hey, man, your number. But nobody gives a fuck. They're running so rampant, dude. They're running so rampant. They're just using so many burner numbers. It's ridiculous. Okay, so this one from Morganton, North Carolina. It's an 828 area code. 231 Boyne City, Michigan. I don't know anybody in fucking Michigan. Yeah, these guys, they can't fuck around with this, man. I don't show them any mercy. None. Zero. They don't get any from me. Yeah, and that's another part of it. David's kind of doing the same fucking shit right here in America. Fucking piece of shit. Running a fucking scam call center out of his fucking mansion that he bought with donor money. Like, David, could you be any more bigger of a piece of shit by human standards? Yeah, ours doesn't. Our do not call list doesn't work for shit. Doesn't work for shit, man. I could block these numbers, Dan, and they'll just call from another fucking number. Dude, I blocked hundreds of numbers, man, and they still just call back from another one. He owns it, bitter bad. Yep, he owns it. The new house is paid cash. The 1302 Wild Horse Meadow still is being paid on. All right, paid the taxes on that. Blocking doesn't work either. It's like you have to go on your phone and turn off like all blocked numbers and all. And if I didn't get any scam calls, I'd probably get no phone calls. Oh, dude, Dan, I've registered my number. Nope. Lease to buy. The whisper. Bitter bad. He's all, leasing to buy? I thought we just said, didn't I just say that? Yeah, David, come on, man. You're forging with your mouth. Hell, sharp. That was the point. Okay, Dan, let me explain that real quick, all right? Let me explain that specific y'all are sharp. All right? Rick Frazier, okay, when I FaceTime with Rick Frazier, he told me at that point, okay, that was the point that David knew he was fucked, basically. he was like, when David told us y'all are sharp, because, yeah, I'm with you, bitter bad. I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's see. Nah, Bobby ain't gonna call, man. Or Bobby Rodriguez. Yeah. Yeah, he's sitting there mumbling shit under his fucking breath, man, like a sack of shit he is. Yeah, that annoyed the shit out of me. Then his little fucking laugh and shit, and then like the one point where he was drinking his water bottle, he was like smacking his lips. I just wanted to fucking smack him. Just once, man. Like, If there were laws against carving initials into people's foreheads, I'd probably do it. You know? Unlike fucking Inglorious Bastards. Yeah, Bobby's all, oh, she was helping him with the questions. Bobby Rodriguez comes in here and tells us she's helping him answer the questions. Okay. No, fucking Axe Michelle should have been there answering the questions for him. Colleen, you were born for that deposition. She still is a badass. She still is a badass. I for sure wouldn't want her question me, man. Where did he get what from? They guilt trip and pressurize their own members. Yeah. When Pigeon. Oh, I don't know. He's all, you could just hear it. You could hear it in the voice. That guy came on here fucking charged, man. That guy gave me some anxiety. I can't let him do that. Either that or it's been Bobby Rodriguez. If it has, it's cool. I don't care. David, there's more thumbs up than there are thumbs down right now, so not really worried. But tonight, when we're talking mental illness with these destructive organizations, man, that was the main topic tonight. And I had brought up my mental health, what I go see a therapist about, and the fact that David should probably seek a fucking therapist, like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Yeah, right there, Irie Dread. Yes, 100%. When David said, God did, when he came out and said, God did, that's what I don't fucking get. Then I seen the Gwen Shamblin deposition today. I wish I could get my hands on that fucking masterpiece. Like, she was talking about God and her fucking shit, and she was started doing the lip licking thing and shit. I was like, oh shit, here we go, another repeat of David. And I don't know, man. It's hard to believe that the government lets these organizations function and continue on with their bullshit scam tactics, and we hard tax-paying citizens here got to sit by and fucking work our asses off to pay the fucking government for these assholes. That's something I don't sit right on. Sure, none of you guys sit right on it either, you know. Titchy said states a number in his book. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, David. Like, your whole shit about your visions with Jesus is all a lie. Doesn't happen, David. God told me to, Dan. God told me to. God did. You literally said too many to count, then you managed to count it out. Kingdom Games? The fuck? Was that one of his dummy channels? Okay, I've been speaking with a channel member off channel and been sending me some really cool shit, and they've basically been sending me David's like algorithms and shit and how he's the metadata in that is embedded in his shit. Okay. David's basically paying $2,000 a month right now. This is the research that somebody said. Yep. Yep. One of our channel followers is doing some research on the back end. So David's paying $2,000 a month for 400 in keywords, 401 keywords to basically boost his rating on Google. Nothing for the Kingdom of God Global Church. And it's a working website. And this picture is kind of cool because it shows like a graph and shit about like David's bullshit, dude. All right, let's see if he comes here. Yeah, he was scared, man. He didn't know what to answer. That fool was scared as shit. Oh, okay, it's Legend Lives. Okay. Matthew Einstein. Look at the name they put on there. I wonder if that's that fool's real name. So it's under JMMI. Abandoned failure to respond or late response. Okay. Abandoned failure to respond. As of the trademark is owned by Justin Meach. In the computer and software product electronic. Okay. David, you're such a sack of shit, dude. Yeah, any way you can. Yep. Yeah, you sweat a lot. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go and wrap it up there. But like I said, I'm gonna try and keep these a little bit shorter, man. Really am. Again, David's been quiet, so we're gonna be quiet. But I wanted to kind of talk about the mental health issue, man, because that seems to be something that these destructive organizations fucking prey on, man. And that's some fucking dirty down gutter shit, as far as I'm concerned. You don't do that. You don't prey on mentally ill people like that, David. I mean, you might as well be robbing from the fucking blind, like, just fucking elderly, dude. Doesn't get any more lower than what you're doing, David.